Today on the channel, we get Ultimate, again with the latest Ultimate, Dominik Mysterio.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Dominik Mysterio again. But for all your WWE Mattel Jazzwares, you name it needs, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And as I mentioned, we had a Dominik Mysterio Ultimate already. Here's another one. And we all know we got more to come in the future as he's one of the biggest younger stars. I mean, not as young as he once was, but we could say that about all of us, I guess. But one of the younger stars on the WWE roster, and dare I say superstar, about ready to transfix to the next level, like the Ultimate Warrior level. Nah, we're never on that level. The rocket ship fuel, nobody will ever get to that level. But he is a big, big star, Intercontinental Champ, Triplet Champ Todd McFarlane. We know he's playing a lot of hits right now and only going to get bigger here the next few years. And it'll be interesting to see one day when he does turn into a good guy, where that goes. So we'll see what happens with old Dom's career. But today, we're about this Ultimate Edition, and we'll do some comparisons later on in this video as we usually do. And we're going to dive into it. Let's see what's going on with old Dominik Mysterio. He's got his La Parka tribute gear on here. I believe that is a true fact, if I'm not mistaken. Looks really good. Looks very cool. I like the look of that. I love all three heads. And Todd, I'm a guy that loves head. We know that. First off, we know that. The three good heads for Dom here. One of those ones, if you're a customizer, a guy that moves things around, shifts things around, you can use some of these heads on some of your main event, elite figures, and so forth. So a lot of opportunities for customizers, I think, with this set here. A lot of pack out here. Not a ton of hands by the looks of things, but we're going to dive into it. Ultimate Edition, WWE. Dirty Dominic on the side, looking just extra dirty. Somebody get that guy some soap. That's what I'm going to say. Dirty Dominik Mysterio on the side. On the back, there it is. He's flexing the buys. Look at that. Looking very good. Got the tail of the tape. Got the blurb. You got the glamour shot of the figure. Got the glamour shot of the man himself. Let's see what it says about our friend Dirty Dom. Height 6'1" from San Diego. Beautiful this time of year. Just won the Intercontinental title there a couple of weeks ago at Survivor Series against John Cena. Yes, it's true. Finisher, the Frog Splash. Career highlights, Intercontinental Champion. SmackDown Tag Team Champion. SummerSlam 2024 may have been the implosion of the Judgment Day, but for Dominik Mysterio, it was the happiest day of his life. He chose Liv Morgan over Rhea Ripley at Bad Blood 2024. WWE's new power couple, Dom and Liv, would find out if their actions had any consequences. And they had a couple. And it says Daddy Dom over here and Dirty Dom over here. So choose your Dom adventure is what we're going to say with that. And we give the old hi-ya, ooh, watch out. I was going to say the old hi-ya chop off to the side, but it was more of a see you later dangerous throw to the side. Got to get it done. We got twist ties in the legs. Got the glamour shot ready to go. Old Dominik Mysterio getting down to business here. And I wonder when we're going to get a Dominik Mysterio with the AAA title. Have to imagine that'll be coming sooner rather than later. I'd be here for that. I think that makes sense. And I think he's the performer that they would probably put that title with for the first time in the line. So I guess we'll stay tuned to see that in the future and where we go from there. Twist ties, get out of here. There's a couple of heads. There we go. Got the shirt. Got only one set of hands here. That doesn't feel very ultimate to me. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to old Dirty Dom. And we're going to start with the hands, I guess is where we're going to start with this. And we do get two gripping hands out of the package. Then we get two splayed out hands out of the package as well. You could do a little hair action if he wants to. He can beg off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cool your jets, man. He could do one of those. You got some possibilities. Now, he does got the hand tattoos all over his hand. Nice attention to detail. Now, I'm not super familiar with his hand tattoos, but we got tattoos on there. Now, we do get his jacket. Got a little plastic piece underneath. See you later. Goodbye. Got his little vest jacket here. You got the Mysterio on the side. A little family tradition like a young, is that Hank Jr., right? Hank Jr. family tradition? I believe so. Got the nice bone spine, almost looks like a snake on the back there. It does say Daddy Dom on the front. Looking good. It is Polly Pocket style here, so we do get the little vest bubble jacket if need be. Now you get this, which is always strange to me. I guess it's like a skirt shirt. Skirt shirt, is that what it's called? But it does have Velcro on it. You put it around his waist. We usually get this in the hard plastic with our Dominik Mysterio figures. This is the first time we've got a soft goods one. It does say Wanted Dirty Dom on it, so nice attention to detail. And as I said, a lot of this stuff you could carry over to some of your other Dominik Mysterio figures if you wanted to, make your main event elites and so forth and whatnot. So we do have options there. But now, diving into Dirty Dom, we're going to start with these head sculpt department. Right out of the package, looking like a young Cheech Marin. Yes, Cheech Marin is what he looks like. Looks like he went straight up in smoke. Got that big bushy mustache there. It's a wild mustache on him. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Shaved on the sides a little bit. You got that long hair down in the front and long hair down in the back as well. I guess it's a mullet, but not prime mullet here. Not prime mullet yet. It's not a Billy Ray Cyrus 90s mullet, is it? Is it better? Maybe it's better. I don't know. I'm not hip to the mullet game. I just can't bring myself to do it, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. But we've seen this head before. Very good base Dominik Mysterio head. But we go from mild to wild with Dominik Mysterio. Tongue out, crazy eyes. Looks like he's getting into something more powerful than Cheech's stash is what it looks like to me here. He's got those crazy bug eyes. Big tongue that would make Gene Simmons blush. Yes, well, good old Gene. Make him blush there. You got the 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Got the same hair going on. Absolutely wild. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of the tongue out looks. This is pretty extreme on this one, I will say. But it's nice to get tongue out ones when you have multiple heads to choose from. It's the only base head. That's where I have more of the problems. But if you have options, it's not that big of a deal to me. Third head here, he's a little bit smiling. He's a smiling Dom here is what he is. He's got the teeth showing. Almost looks like he's got an overbite. He's got a little bit of dust down there on the beard, on the bottom. Just a little bit of dirt down there. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth as well. Got the same hair going on. So really, all in all, 3 pretty good heads for this Dominik Mysterio. And I'm actually leaning towards doing the crazy tongue out one because it's so different than all the other heads we've had from him in elites and so forth as well. But we're going to dive into old Dom here. And diving into the body, you got the vest over the top, and it is very skeleton-like. It's not very, it is skeleton-like. Does look very nice. I do like the looks of that. Black and white, always tough to get the color matches and always scratches in there. You're always probably going to have some dings and dents. So if you're buying this at store level, you're probably going to want to look it over. If you have some options of multiples, make sure your paint's on point because that's a hard paint job to get the black and white attack. On the back, the butterfly shoulders here, it almost looks like a different color black and white in that shoulder. So your mileage may vary, as we always say, but I do like the differences. I do like the skeleton look right up here, looking very nice. Getting down to the arms here, you got the tattoos. You got some color, some no color. Full-on sleeves for old Dirty Dom. We're going to have to get that new neck tattoo very soon. That's a power move. That's where you say, you know what, there's no going back from where I'm at. You get that whole neck tattooed all up in here. You're either going to prison or you got a job where you're making a lot of money. You're never going to have to work a normal job again. And I think that's where Dom said, you know what, I'm never going to be a cashier at Kroger. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to get that neck tattoo. Next up, face tattoos, maybe some teardrops. We'll see what he gets in the future. I think he just painted on the teardrop once upon a time, but you never know. He might go crazy. You know, Todd, when I spent my time in Oz, yes, that Oz Penitentiary. There was quite a lot of guys in there with a lot of tattoos, let me tell you. And a few of them tried to give me tattoos. You know what they'd do, Todd? They would get the mattress. They'd flip it out. They'd get that spring. They'd kind of uncoil that spring. They'd heat it up with a lighter. They'd try to brand you. I would never let it. I was too slimy. I was too slippery. I was getting out of those troubles there. But Oz is the real deal. I wouldn't go there if you didn't have to. And hopefully Dominik Mysterio never has to go to Oz either. Oswald Penitentiary. That's what you know it as, Todd. I call it Oz, though, of course. Emerald City. Never forget. Never forget. But diving into this a little bit more here, the black and white attack continues down into the legs. You got the fringe on the side. It is all sculpted in there. I guess, are those supposed to be bullet holes on Dominic, or are those supposed to be like daisy flowers? I'm going to say they're bullet holes. He's hard. He's a hard criminal, I guess. That's why hopefully he doesn't end up in Oz, as we know. We got that going on. We got the white boots down low. You got some of the Rey Mysterio tributes down here. Of course, the family crest is how we're going to call it from the Gamote. Maybe, maybe not. And it says Susio. Susu Studio, like a young Phil Collins, maybe. But right on his butt, it does say Sucio. And, you know, it's been a long time since I took Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. It's been a couple of decades, I think, at this point. So my Spanish, no bueno, as one may say. But Sucio on the back, I'm just going to pretend it says Studio, like a young Phil Collins. But arms do go all the way around for us. Very light in the arms right here. You do get the butterfly shoulders. Arms removable if you need to. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows, music to my ears. Oh, if I was in Oz and I was at late night and somebody said, hey, Mattel's making pinless joints, that would get me through my stay in Oswald. I think that's what it would. I think it would. Hands removable back, forth, side to side. Obviously, you can grab other Dominic hands from your elites if you want some different variety. It's the spice of life, as I'm told. Looking good here at the head, back, forth, side to side, up and down. Head removable, hula hoop up top, traditional waist. You do get the drop down hips, big old Dom splits if you need it. Like I said, those G.I. Joe style drop down hips. Big old boot. Look at that flexibility right here. That's that Vietnam flex that they're doing here. Vietnam turning things around. The ship turned around at Vietnam over the last couple of sets. Looking pretty good right there. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. The hits continue. Boot cut looking good. Ankles. Not a lot of movement in this ankle here. Very tight. Very tight in the ankles, but I'd rather have them tight than super loose, that's for sure. And then you do get the toe articulation for Todd on the couch. Always nice tribute to him. Looking good in Dirty Dom. I actually like this one a lot more than I anticipated to. It's funny as you get the announcement, you see these figures, they show off the renders, they show all that. It's like, oh, that's really awesome. And then you forget all about it. And then, you know, 6 months later, it shows up and it almost feels like it's brand new again. As I was like, oh, Dominic's coming out soon. Oh, that's really cool. And then you see it in hand and you're like, wow. This isn't too bad. And now we're getting to the end of 2025. I don't know if it's top 10 of the year good. It's a pretty heavy hitter list for Ultimates this year. And we will be doing our Ultimate top 10 sooner rather than later. But this is a good figure. I like this one a lot. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good seller out at retail. As Dominic riding high right now, as we do know. Flying high again like a young Aussie or maybe a Cheech and Chong. We're not sure. But we did get the first Dom Ultimate here. Younger whippersnapper Dom is what that is. He's getting it. It's the evolution of Dominik Mysterio. We got to get that child one, his first elite, to this one, to this one. It's like that poster of the evolution of man, where you go from like the little monkey to the bigger monkeys, and it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that in some ways. I do got Dominic that we just recently unboxed, Kyle Peterson 2.0, my second YouTube channel. I unboxed a lot of main events over there. We just recently unboxed this Dominik Mysterio on that, so you could easily transfer some of these goods over here if you really wanted to. And this one was part of the Liv Morgan 2-pack with Dominik Mysterio, which is pretty cool. And I like this Liv here because she also comes with skeleton-like gear. So it's the skeleton couple. That's what it feels like here. Perfect for Halloween, if need be. And we've got a Liv Morgan title belt to go with it. So not a bad piece of business here. Not a bad piece of ultimate business with Dominik Mysterio here from Mattel as we close out 2025. What's your guys' thoughts on this one, though? Is this a must-have pickup for you? Do you like it more than the last Dominic Ultimate? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships, your best way to support the channel. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for Dirty Dominik Mysterio, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I'm solid gold. I've got the goods. They stand